Well, I'm finally doing some things to my Coleman 2.6. 2.6 4-stroke little bow motor. My little trolling motor. I use this thing all the time. I hardly ever use anything else. And it runs great. I like it because it's got a neutral and a forward. No reverse, but a neutral and a forward. So that's very nice. But it always needs a good taking apart and cleaning in a few key areas before I take it out at the beginning of each year. It's always got a problem here and there. And one of the problems is something in the carburetor sticks. That fuel will not come through it. So what I got to do is tap the carburetor. Actually, there's a little screw underneath here to the carburetor for draining the carburetor. I'm going to take that off. And I know there's no fuel left in this. I drained it when I put it away last. I put some fresh fuel in the tank. I also, though, did add, a while ago, maybe after a year, a shut-off valve to the gas for this tank because I didn't like that it was always running into the carburetor. So I put a little shut-off valve. That works great. But now to get to the point where I can see if fuel is coming out is I gotta turn the fuel on. There, it's on. And I gotta go up here. There's a little screw in here for draining this tank. And I gotta turn it. Let me show you where that is. It's right there where the screwdriver is. And I gotta get in there and then, well, drain the tank. So I don't drain the tank, I just have to take this screw out. And as we can see, I don't really have to. There is fuel already coming out of that little, there's a little hose hooked to it. And it drains the fuel. So I can see that it's not, it's flowing freely, so I can just tighten it back up now. There we go, tighten back up. A long time ago, when I first got this boat motor, I broke the, there was a fuel shutoff on the carburetor. It broke and would never open again. So I had to take that fuel shutoff completely out of there. And I believe I used JB Weld or something else in there. I can't remember, but it was resistant to fuel. I plugged that, that whole area up, and then I had to put on this fuel shutoff. So that's what I had to do with that. And so far it's worked great. It's worked great that way. And I also want to check the spark plug. I just put this spark plug in last year, so I'm suspecting it should still be good. So let me find a spark plug wrench and I'll take care of that. There you go, I found the spark plug wrench. Now, can I get it? Yes, I can. It shouldn't be too tight. No, it's not tight. I don't tighten them down like crazy on my boat motors. They just go in snug. And let me take a look at this spark plug. You know what? It looks good. I used this not much last year at all. I'm just going to give that a spray, clean her off, and then reinstall it. So there we go. I'll reinstall it. I also had another problem with this boat motor when I did get it. The crazy thing. I could not get it started and could not figure out why after I had it for like 2 years. And it's like, why will this thing not start? This is crazy. And it was because this little black wire right here, this one right here, is a ground wire to the electrical system came off the ground. And it was just, I couldn't even see it in there. It was just hiding in there, and I could not see it. And, well, let's just say that was not fun, fixing that part of it. I'm going to check the oil. I changed the oil in it last year, and I'm pretty sure it's still pretty new in here. Because, like I said, I did not use this last year. So let us take a look down in there. I don't know if we can see down in there. There's also a sight here. Right here, a sight. That has to be covered. But you're just seeing oil cover up. There's a little plate in there. And you just have to do that. Honestly, I don't see a lot of oil in here, but it is not sitting level. I'm going to check that again when it sits level. And to get the oil out of this, it's not an easy job. You actually have to hold this thing upside down. There's no drain, as far as I know, on the engine to drain the oil. At least I have never found one. So, yeah. Let me turn the fuel off again. Because I'm also going to drain, which is something I've never done, drain the gear case oil, gear oil. I'm going to put some new gear case oil in it. So, I'll bring you back for that. So, the first one I'm going to take out will be the top one. And I've never, ever, ever taken these off before. Look at that. She's coming out already. So, what's that mean? She's overfilled, maybe, or just perfectly filled. Probably perfectly filled. Like I said, this thing isn't level. And there we go. And, yeah, she looks like she could use a change. So, it's not looking like it's very good. So, how can I get this motor to... Just going to leave it like that. Let that train out. It doesn't look great, but that is the gear lube that was in it. So this motor, I believe, it was a 2015. There is a date on there somewhere. Let me take a look. 2014-01 it was built. So it's almost 10 years old. 9 years old. And it's the first time I'm doing the gear lube change. Wow. I thought I would have done it before that, but oh well. And I'm using the right gear lube for it. It told me to use the, what is this now? Multi-purpose gear oil for outboard motors. So I'm going to let that drain a while. And then add some gear lube to it. But in the meantime, whoopsie, tilt her this way. Maybe more gear lube will come out. It's not really a whole lot of gear lube in it. That's kind of crazy. And not sure how much oil is in this thing. I'm kind of nervous about this oil now because it doesn't look like there's a whole lot in it. I'm just trying to get this motor level. So backing her off here now a little. She's leveling out. I'd say we're almost level here. How does that look? Does that look level to you? Maybe one more turn, and then she'll be level. That looks a bit level now. So, I'll let her settle down in the oil there, and then I'll take another look at that oil to see how well it is. Well, see if there's actually enough in it. So I'm going to put the plugs back in it. Well, the bottom plug. And then we will put the gear lube back in her. At least I hope we will. Let's see, how is this going? Come on. And I dropped it in the bucket. Isn't that nice? Now I gotta wipe her off again and figure out why it's not going in. That is the one from the bottom. Probably just a very snug fit. So let me take a look here. Yep, that's what it was. Just a very snug fit there. Let's get this baby back in here where she belongs. And they weren't very tight, so I'm not going to crank on these. There we go, she's pretty snug. And let us pour in some of this gear lube, which is something I might have should have done a little sooner than this. Well, what are you going to do? I don't know how much it takes. They don't take much, do they? And I think I got her. Now let me give her another squirt just to make sure. Oh, she's done. She is done. She's coming up the wheat pole pretty quick there. Okay. This one should be easy, right? Everything's slippery. There we go. Get that one in. Let us tighten her up. A little snug. And I'm going to give her a shot of brake clean to clean up all of that gear lube. So, and there we go. Brake clean does a wonderful job. Now, I'm going to get another look at this oil up here. I think she's good. I'll bring you up here to take a look. So if you can see that sight there, I can just see the oil just above that sight in there. So she's good. So the oil is good. Now, was there anything else? Oh yes, there is. So, I believe I'm going to give her a quick start to see if she'll actually start, and I'll shut her down right away. Fuel's moving, everything seems fine. Why wouldn't it start? It usually just start at first pull, but we'll see. I think I'm going to put the cover back on. Just a slip fit cover. The holders to this thing are long gone, but the cover will never come off. It never has. It's just slips on so tight, it just will never ever come off. So I got her choked. Let's give her a pull, and actually let me tighten up these don't want to run her too long because she is not, as I must say, she is not, what do you call it, in the water. Okay, get these tightened up again so she won't run around on me. I got this set to start, and there's my quick shut off. Just pull that and she'll shut right down quick. And let's give her a pull. Oh, she kicked. Oh, I think I turned off the fuel. Okay, turned off the fuel. Right, I did turn off the fuel. Darn. Oh yeah, I did. I turned off the fuel. So, you know what? Let's give that carburetor a little help. I sometimes have to tap on it a little bit, just in case the seat was stuck. There we go. Usually the first time of the season she's stuck. Give that a crack. And she don't want to go. Isn't this turning out nice? Come on, you're making me look terrible. Okay, I guess I'll have to dig into that now. Why do things not work when I want them to work?